Hello and thank you for joining us today in this impromptu webinar for the new MyRoute-app Navigation Next update. Next to me is Korjan.
Welcome.
And my name is Serge, as always. And today we will talk about the beta release that is bound to drop on December 5th. And you are welcome to join in the festivities and start testing the new Navigation Next. And for those of you that didn't see our previous video in which we already demonstrated the features that were available a couple of weeks ago, there's a link down below that you can follow, and you can also see some test videos that we did during a ride using the navigation app on our bikes. So if you're interested, follow the link over there. And for now, I want to ask Korjan, what is a beta test and why do I want to join?
So the beta test of the Navigation Next app is an internal test version of the MyRoute-app mobile app. So all our testers are able to use the MyRoute-app mobile app as they know it. But we added the navigation module within the app. That's what we call Navigation Next. So you are able to drive all the routes you have using turn-by-turn instructions.
Cool. So it's actually, as opposed to the current situation where you have a mobile and a navigation app, navigation is now integrated in the mobile app, so people will only have one MyRoute-app app on their phone.
Correct. We want one vision, one app.
Cool. So imagine I want to join and I didn't already sign up. How do I do that?
So everybody who has purchased Navigation Lifetime before or the Navigation Next pre-sale is eligible to join the beta program. To do so, you have received an email with some test information, or you can sign up on the forum using the test link.
And the forum is, of course, on www.myrouteapp.com.
Yes.
And so if I join this weekend, I will still be able to to join the beta test. If I decide to join later, I see this video after 5 December. Am I too late?
No, you're not too late. You can still sign up, and we will process all new testers during a time span of about 2 weeks. So if you signed up at some random point in time, it will take a maximum amount of 2 weeks before you will receive all instructions.
Okay, so I don't have to jump up and down that I didn't
definitely
get
not.
any access yet. It's a batch that you add people. Okay, so information on the forum. I have an issue, something doesn't work. I reach out to support.
No, please don't.
Oh.
Our support department is busy enough with all existing customers, so we don't want them to handle all the load of the test results. So we highly recommend and only want you to report on the forum. After December 5th, the forum will have very relevant topics where you can post suggestions or report bugs of the Navigation Next app. And besides that, it's also best if you don't post everything on Facebook. No, it's not private. No, it's not very sensitive information, but we want to be able to control the feedback. So if you post everything on channels that we don't know of, we are also not able to respond to the issues you have. So that's why we prefer everything going through the forum.
Makes sense. So if you're happy, take pictures and share on Facebook. If you have any questions, tell us. That's what you say.
Yes, definitely.
Nice. So you're talking about new features that we have implemented since, or that you have implemented. I haven't implemented anything that you have implemented since the last video that we made. Do you have a demo ready that you can
Yes,
share?
I have.
Okay, cool. So let's make a little bit of room. And I'm looking at the MRA mobile app here, right?
Correct. So as stated before, the Navigation Next is developed as a module within the mobile app. So the first thing that has changed is that the Start Track Log button on the bottom left has disappeared. It has now become a small red button.
A record button.
Exactly. If you tap that, the recording will start. So the first feature I would like to show is A to B navigation. If I type MRA in the search bar and I click on it, it will generate a route to the MyRoute-app headquarters.
Which we are at now.
Exactly. If I tap on the left, you'll see the route generator as you know it. If you select the right tab, you can click generate and it will generate a route according to here. Well, we're currently at my MyRoute-app headquarters, so it doesn't really generate a route. But in the background, a demo is currently running. So if we wait a bit, you will now see that I'm actually driving on the road, and I'm currently navigating towards my MyRoute-app headquarters. So this is a perfect opportunity for me to explain the features that you see right now. If I tap on the map, all irrelevant items disappear. And if I tap again, they will reappear. So if you want to change your track log settings, etc., just tap on the map and you'll see everything that you miss. On the top left, you'll see the instructions. On the top right, you will see the current waypoint you're navigating to. This is an AB route, so it's not very relevant at this point, but it's still visible. On the bottom left, you see your speed information, your current velocity, and the maximum amount velocity of that road. You see your ETA, you see the current road you're driving on, and that's a bit of it. So if I tap on the bottom right on the 3 dots, more settings open. The first thing that you see here is that some of them are grayed out. So what does that mean? These are features that we do want to implement, and they will be implemented shortly, but are currently not yet working. So if you click on them, nothing happens. All the blue ones, they work. So if I want to turn off my voice instructions, I just tap the button. If I want to
one click, one finger.
One click, exactly. If I want to turn off audio warnings, such as speed warnings or whatever, you just tap that one and it's turned off. If I want to see my stats of the current journey, tap that and you will see it. Now, if I jump to the more complicated settings, you'll also see some grayed out settings. So offline navigation, skip waypoints automatically, and traffic information are currently not allowed to be edited because we're still working on those features. Other settings are able to be changed. So the voice prompts are turned off. I just did so. The audio notifications are turned off. And in the screen layout, you can see that everything is turned on. If I jump back here, you will now see that within 700 meters you will need to turn left, and below that there's no further instructions because we're almost at our destination. But if we would like to turn off the next instruction, we would just be able to say, okay, turn off the next instruction. So we do stimulate you guys to actually work on this.
Yeah, test all the functionality.
Test all the functionality. Just try and play around.
Use settings that you probably wouldn't use if you were. If I don't like audio while I'm driving, but I'll switch it on to test if it works for me.
Exactly.
And if I find any issues with it, I can have feedback on it.
Exactly.
And I also switch it off to see if the toggle works.
Exactly. Yeah. So just play around with the app, do fun stuff, and you'll find out that some stuff won't work. During this recording, we're still working on the beta release. So there are still some dotting the I's and crossing the T's going on. So we will, maybe some things have already changed before the app is in your lap. The other thing I would like to show you is writing a route. If I now stop the navigation, the fun thing is you can see that the track log is actually maintained. So regardless of your navigation status, the tracking is done in the background.
So you separated the two, but because one of the main issues I used to have is that when I stopped my route, that definitely wasn't done riding, and I wanted to get the last bit of the track also recorded, and now it's decoupled, so now I can do that.
Yes. So now I can just start a new route, continue driving, and my track log will just continue. So let's just jump back into a route that I drove around here. So I'll just select it for you, this one. And now I can do one of the two things. I can click on the arrow on the right, which will immediately jump towards the navigation, or I can open it. If I open it, I get a quick overview, and you see the start button on the bottom left. If I click on that, it will go to the navigation module. So let's click ahead. There it is. So you currently see the route I scheduled, and there's some traffic delays, so it takes 5 minutes longer than expected. If I click on start, it will start and calculate the route. So I'm currently driving a simulation, so it will probably be a bit messed up because it doesn't know exactly what I'm doing. So there I am. It's calculating the route, and I'll just give it a second to figure out what is going on. So as you see right now, it has calculated the route towards waypoint 1, but that's not where we are. We're actually closer to waypoint 3. As mentioned in the settings, automatically skipping waypoints doesn't work yet. So we can do something else, which is hold my finger on waypoint 3 and click yes. Actually, I don't have to click yes. Somewhere on the white block is enough to select the option. And as you saw, the route has now been recalculated, so it's driving towards waypoint 3. If I want to go to waypoint 5, I hold that one, I click it, and it has recalculated. If I want to go back to waypoint 3, I hold that one, and I click it, and there we go. It just resumes the route. As you can see, it will actually go back to waypoint 4 afterwards, because that's what makes sense. So that's it. I can also click on the top right on the waypoint to skip it. I click skip, and then it will jump to waypoint 4. If I click it again, waypoint 5. And there we go. This is how easily things work with Navigation Next.
And this is also something that allows me to change my route while driving. If inclement weather appears, or I see that the time I allotted for myself to take this afternoon off and go for a ride quickly dissolves, I can easily skip not one, but maybe 20 route points to get home a little bit earlier.
Yes.
Really cool stuff. Okay, so is that all you want to show in the demo for now?
Yes, that is it.
That is a lot of new fun stuff that you are invited to go test and give feedback for. And that feedback, again, we need to have that through the forum. There will be some forms that you can fill out, and maybe somebody else found a bug that you also see, so you can just add a +1 saying, hey, I noticed that as well. You were also talking about future functionality. Can you maybe lift the veil on that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So there's a big distinction between small updates and big updates. So some small suggestions from the community or small bug reports from you guys, we might be able to implement that very quickly. Bigger features need longer to work on. Think about Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, skipping waypoints automatically, but also the offline maps. We're all working on that, but it takes longer to implement.
Yep.
So those will be major releases, less frequent, which we will celebrate bigger. So small updates might just appear on a random Saturday morning, whereas those bigger updates will be communicated very broadly. So we will be working on that, and that's it for the updates.
Cool. Sounds like a solid plan for the future, and you aim to be done somewhere in 2023?
Yes, correct. So around June, July 2023 is the final public release of MyRoute-app Navigation Next. So navigation will be then combined in one app as MyRoute-app.
And then it will be available to anyone. So everybody that is now on the MRA Next pre-sale or Navigation Lifetime, the current version of Navigation, they can join the beta and already enjoy all the new features.
Exactly.
Everybody else has to wait till the public release. So all the more reason for you to sign up if you haven't already done so. Thank you for your explanation, Koyan.
No problem.
We will be online in the future if we have more news to share with you. Again, click the links if you want to see any of the videos we made previously, and follow the channel. Thank you very much for now, and see you next time.
Bye-bye.